Hey, we're live. Before I say anything or whatever, I'm going to wait till a few more people get on up here. So, Bushcraft, how's your day been so far?
I just got back from the store.
It ain't been too long since I woke up.
Still no chicken. Uh, very. They had a little bit more cheese. It's mainly sliced cheese.
Really?
Um, Still no pasta. Um, they had bread this time. Um, what else?
Good evening, AJ, shift kicker, Lisa Anderson.
Oh, get your banner going.
Oh, yes. I think that one's it. All right.
Even though you can't have videos with scrolling text.
Well,
Basically,
I,
any they basically are telling me that they can hit me anytime they want for anything.
damn.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing. Mods, please, if any trolls step in, boot them out, period. And I want to try to keep this civil, respect to the host and the ones in chat. Anybody start anything, boot them also. I don't care.
Oh.
All right. I can't tell how many I got in here.
It should tell you at top corner
Which corner?
at the left side. It'll say
No.
live, and then it should tell you how many's there.
All right, 17,
Uh,
15. Damn, done lost two already. And I ain't even got into it yet. All right, let's get this rolling. This month, February, from the 16th to the 19th, we're going to have a convoy with trucks. All this is coming from Tennessee Patriot from last night on 101. Prepping 101, that is. They're going to meet up on exit 106 on I-95. He didn't give me a time.
No, you don't want to don't want to post times anyway.
Yeah.
That way, yeah, you kind of don't want too much information getting out there
Well, that's
because that'll
true.
give them where and when they're going to be there, and they'll they'll go to stop them there.
All right. But Tennessee Patriot told me they already got the permits for this. Let me see. Give me a second here. No, I don't know. I can't give a wrench right now. I don't know how. I'd have to go back and do it. But like I said, they got permits for doing this. And here's Tennessee Patriots said that they're going to have a road shut down just for them to be on. What road it's going to be, I do not know. But I am all for this. I believe in this movement that's going on. If you are a independent trucker, please join in. And if they do end up blocking the road, the one thing I ask from the bottom of my heart is please leave a lane open for the emergency vehicles. That's all I ask. And once the talks start going, I hope this is not all hype, political. I hope they don't give in. And then after November, it goes back to what it is. I hope the truckers kind of get a lawyer involved in this with the delegations. Do it right. And so forth.
Yeah, the whole making sure you have an access for emergency vehicles, because if something was bad to happen, and then that movement would be shamed from there.
Yeah. I mean, look at it like this. That could be a relative in the back of the ambulance. That could be your own house on fire. Possibility somebody could get shot and the police needs to get there. You know, this world ain't what it used to be 10 years ago. It's done got worse. So please just try to leave one lane open. Is there anything you want to add to that, Bushcraft?
Yeah, just the reports going on from the Canada thing, because I get, because anything that does to do with shipping, freight, and stuff, I get emails from different companies and stuff, and that's how I know when this stuff is hitting and stuff like that.
Well, there's going to be some things coming back to me as we talk. And one of those things is what's going to happen next week. It's not going to be the only one. They are having from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, that's the one I heard was in March.
Yeah, I mean,
happened in March.
I think all of them are getting together in March, and then from there they're going to the Capitol. The way I heard. Oh, stock up big time, because if you think the shelves are low now, wait till this happens, folks. How do y'all think the food and everything gets to the stores? It comes in by trucks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't care what business you are, even if you are a mom and pops all the way up to Walmart, you got trucks bringing you stuff to you, or you got trucks shipping this stuff out. One of the two. And if it wasn't for y'all truckers, we'd be back in the Stone days again.
Oh, yeah. You just imagine everybody with a horse and buggy hauling stuff from one place to the other.
Yeah.
Or cats. Trying to steal my pork rinds.
So, oh, it's well, right now, do you have anything else going on?
Well, like I said, there was just the report came out this morning. Manitoba RCMP put out a warning saying that a demonstration involving a large number of vehicles and farm equipment is blocking the Emerson port of entry. No traffic is getting through either northbound or southbound. The port entry is shut down. Please avoid that area.
Mm.
And that's the convoy, by the way.
Well, like I said, I'm all for this, but
Oh yeah.
regardless of what you do, there's a right way and there's a wrong way of doing it. And I pray and hope this gets done the right way. You know, it's, I was expecting my rant and raves and everything to go on for about an hour, but it ain't.
Well,
You
could you
know,
imagine if all the trucks got together and did this at all the ports, like the Long Beach and uh, the one in Georgia and Florida and New York, all the major ports, and blocked them? Could you imagine like a week later? Oh man,
well,
I don't even think it would last a week.
no, it wouldn't because everything would be going stale, going bad,
Oh
and
yeah,
I mean, so forth like that. And
millions of dollars would be lost
oh God,
daily.
I was just fixing to say that today,
Yeah.
you know. But what gets me is this right here. Why won't they let them undock on the east coast? Excuse me.
Well, they have started that. Um, a lot of I don't know about everything, but the produce stuff, because I do that the Monday thing where I talk about the shortages and for the market for produce and whatnot. And one of the things is the stuff that's come from Peru. It used to go to Long Beach and L.A. port. Now they're going to New York on the East Coast, and one of the things is grapes. You know, California is big on grapes and stuff because of the wine and all that stuff, and they got hit really bad with cold weather and stuff, so they weren't putting out grapes, so they were getting grapes from Peru, but now the grapes are coming on the East Coast because that's the only place they can unload. So grapes are having to go from New York all the way to California cross country, which is trucks.
Well, I mean,
So
imagine California is great, is wine country,
yeah,
you know, and they got to get out.
well that's the thing. Right now, um, we don't produce grapes at this moment. Um, they're coming from Peru and other countries, and most of the stuff is coming from is getting unloaded on the East Coast. So that means when it gets unloaded, that's a week or two that they're waiting to get grapes on the West Coast, and they're realizing how the rest of the country usually gets produce, because usually it would take a week or two before us on the East Coast would get the grapes and oranges. Well, not oranges, but avocados and things like that. Now all that stuff is coming to the East Coast instead.
I I never have been much on wine, you know. It's I'm not going to say what I used to drink, but I can sit here and I can say I drink this and I drink that. Truthfully, it would take me 6 months to drink a pint of whatever I bought, you know. And back in the day, I could drink a pint in about 10 minutes. But I just know we fixing to go into something we have not seen. I think it's going to be worse than the Depression was.
Oh, we're getting that way now. They had I seen this image. I'm not sure what I was watching, but it was the old, the square long thing of cheese, the cardboard it was wrapped in.
Yeah.
And they said we're saying everybody needs to get ready to start receiving these once a month again.
My opinion, when I was coming up, we called it government cheese.
Oh yeah, that's I know that was
That's
good
some of
stuff.
the best cheese I've ever ate.
Oh yeah, that and a big old thing of butter.
Yes, that's when butter was real butter.
Oh
It
yeah,
ain't got all this here fake stuff in it. I call it.
yeah,
But
to make it last like weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. I mean, if we do go back to the Depression days, think about it. They was getting what, 2 pounds of sugar a month per person.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that you'll have to start drinking coffee with no sugar, start drinking decaffeinated. Well, shit.
Well,
Start
coffee's
drinking.
not going to be a thing here if things get locked down the way because they're having issues getting coffee in too.
I have heard there's going to be a shortage on coffee, and next there's going to be a shortage on tea also. Tea, I'm a teaaholic. I'm sorry. But like I said, you best go ahead and start stocking up now. Because when these trucks start locking down, it's going to get worse.
Oh, yeah.
And the independent truckers now is what is really bringing the stuff to the stores. Copycat, that jalapeno jelly, I ended up throwing it in the trash. All I done was reinvent green cement.
Green cement?
Yeah, I mean, on 101, I took a hammer and a spoon and tried to go to the bottom of it. That spoon ended up going in that jelly. Yes, jelly. About a quarter of an inch. So what I did get out tasted pretty good. Susie D went in the trash.
Probably stay in your system for a good month.
Well, I'm kind of expecting to get constipated from it. I put vinegar in it and let it sit overnight, and it didn't even soften it up at all. But it was my fault. I went back and I looked at the video and everything, and I made 3 mistakes in it. So I saw I got next month coming up. If there's still any jalapenos out there, I'm going to make me some more. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Stock up on seeds to grow stuff with. Tomato seeds, cucumbers. Just because you live in the city does not mean you can't grow nothing. Get you a couple of 5-gallon buckets. You can grow tomatoes in that. You can grow just about anything in a 5-gallon bucket. And that's what it needs to go back to, is people having gardens.
Oh yeah.
You know. But everybody has done got used to the jet set world. They can go out to the store and buy it, and it'd be a lot quicker.
No, it's like,
Yeah. But,
and put it away in my refrigerator while you're at it.
rhubarb, I heard that is a very sour ordeal.
Well, I remember when I had a rhubarb pie once, and it was really good. So I thought, oh, this rhubarb should taste really good. I got sicker than hell. Never touched the stuff after that.
Daddy told me that he used to eat rhubarb pies, and he said they were good.
Yep.
He said, but in order to make one rhubarb pie, you need about 10 pounds of sugar.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, I mean, any pie or cake that takes that much sugar, I don't care for it. But you got any more headline news going on? Damn, I got 20 people up in here. I thought I'd have more.
Let me see if they have any more on this or not. Let me go. I do know that there's Yellow adds driver schools. They're training. They want to start training over 1,000 drivers.
That's because of some of the mandates going on.
Yep.
You know, how many police officers, doctors, and nurses have quit on account of this? And there is one thing I really want to say about the about the jab, but they would stop me right there. They would take me down on the spot. Let me see if I can't find the words. It seems like more here lately, more people that has taken the evidence are passing away than the ones who have not.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I don't know if I said that right. If I didn't, my bad. Boo hoo, you know. But it's a proven fact now. And it also changes a few things in a person. Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't say nothing wrong.
Push the wrong button.
Yeah. Well, I know I done pushed the wrong button or two. Shot of whiskey. That works. Maybe 2 or 3 shots.
I can't touch that stuff anymore. I rotted my gut out when I was young.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now I loved it, but I didn't drink it a lot.
Well,
You know.
I was in Arizona. I was me and this other guy did just a 2-man crew would do roofing. We'd knock a roof out in a day. That's stripping,
And cover.
paper, and shingles all in the same day.
Good
Um,
God.
and drink a fifth of Jack Daniels at the same time. And yeah, but made really, really good money being able to sit there and knock a roof out in one day. A normal average roof, and this was in Phoenix, Arizona.
I've seen a 20-man crew that couldn't knock a roof out in one day.
No, they got paid by the hour instead of the job.
Okay, that does make a lot of difference.
Yep.
A big difference.
Yeah, we were really good. I mean, we'd blow right through it.
Now, were they straight?
Oh yeah, yeah. We was all guaranteed. I'm surprised. And
Well,
out there, you don't have those high pitched roofs because there's no snow, so you
right.
don't have to have it high pitched
Okay.
to knock the snow off or anything. So it's pretty easy.
Well, around here, they would get started on a roof. I'm gonna say maybe about between 5 and 6 a.m. And around lunchtime, the hottest part of the day, they would quit and come back about 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they don't know what hot is. try out in Phoenix, Arizona, 110.
All I know is my hat goes off to people in construction. I done framing carpenter for a good while, and I also done heating and air conditioning for a good while. And I done roofing, I think, for about 6 months. It was more than I can handle. I cannot deal with heat, you know. But
yeah, we didn't have no fancy little thing elevators that bring up your material or anything. We had to
that's the way I done it. And I hate it.
Carry 4 up at a time. And the guy I was working with, he was a big dude. He'd carry 8 up at a time.
That's all I could do to get 3 and 4 up at a time.
Yeah.
The time I got to the roof, my legs were so tired they felt like rubber bands.
Yeah. And people don't realize when you're carrying those, you don't hold on to the ladder. You got your hands up there to hold the shingles, the packs of shingles up, and you just go one step, two step. Your shin and your knees take the big blunt of it.
And pray to God you don't miss a run going up.
Oh yeah.
Because you either going to be singing soprano or you're going to hit that ground.
Yeah, and usually you don't. There's not many 2-story houses. It's all flat, single-story houses out there. Apartment complexes. We did a few of those to where we had to. It's the clay tiles, which I hated those.
Well, now, if you got clay tiles, ain't that more dangerous than regular shingles? I mean,
oh yeah, way dangerous. Because if the bottom one, because you start at the bottom, you put one down, and you only have one nail that holds that in.
Really?
And then you put one on top of it, and then put a nail on that one. If that bottom one comes loose, they all start sliding down.
Oh no!
And you're skiing down. Yeah. And we did shake roofs, which is time consuming.
They got to be staggered correctly. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah.
got like a bigger shake and a smaller shake.
Yeah.
Uh, Hello, Cashew.
Lily and cashew.
TH2. AJ been in here from the start. So I think I done said hello to AJ. But
Shift
then
kicker.
again, yeah,
Cupcat. And
Top Cat.
Retro Oregon's in here too.
I'm not saying I don't. Where's she at?
I seen her up there somewhere. Yeah.
Well, hello, Retro Oregon. I hope you having a good day. So
Yeah, that's one place I like living was which was kind of funny because where I lived up there was Phoenix, Oregon. Yeah. They actually have a place in Oregon's Phoenix. Well, in Texas they have a place, Paris, Texas.
yeah, now I know that one.
Yeah, there's some strange named cities.
Well, now here in North Carolina, we got a Transylvania County.
Kind of stay out of there at nighttime.
Yeah, most definitely. You never know what could be flying around up there.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
here it is. I am 61 years old. I have never lived outside of North Carolina. And I want like I call them a hippie van, Cholet. I would love to have one just for me and my wife, just to take off and see the country before I pass.
Well, there you go.
And
there's your new channel, Bear Truth Van Life.
But the one place I want to see is the Grand Canyon. I have heard
nice.
so much talk. I want to take my fishing rod and fish the Grand Canyon. Is what I want to
do. You need a lot of string for that, or a lot of line.
Well, I'd have to.
You're gonna sit at the top and.
I need at least about a mile of line, and
well,
don't go with a cane pole.
Well, it's not all that really that high on. You can go down toward one of the east end, I think it is, or is it west end? No, it'd be the west end. The west end, it's got some real low spots.
Well, no, they say there's parts of the Grand Canyon you can go down it on a mule to get down there. With my luck, I would get a drunk mule that's blind.
Well, they usually tie them to. They usually have the ropes tied to each of them. So if one
falls, they all fall.
Well, that's not what they say. So if one falls, the other ones will hold him up.
Yeah, right. I'm not trusting them.
Yeah, they usually have the one guy in the front guiding everybody.
Also, he's walking down while everybody else is up on the mule.
No, he's riding.
Damn, that's a brave man.
Yeah, I didn't do it, but I've hiked up and down the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
because I used to live not too far from there. Well, Phoenix, and I lived in Las Vegas. so it wasn't that far apart.
Well, I know I would take, what is it, Highway 10 across like that. That covers the southern part of the states. And then I'd go up, I'd hit the Grand Canyon and I up around Michigan and places like that.
Yeah,
Fish.
I think the upper end of Michigan is really beautiful, but not in the wintertime.
No. All you can see is white.
Well, there's I forget what they call it. If you go there in the fall, it's the best time. Um, there's this um, there's this road to where it's nothing but trees and the gold leaves and stuff. I can't remember what they call it, but it's beautiful.
Like an arch.
Um, Pretty much, but you're
Okay.
like you're driving through a tunnel of trees, and it's
That's what,
packed full of trees.
well,
And
now,
at the end of it, it's kind of like a beach because the lakes, but there's
yeah.
a beach area, an actual beach area.
Well, now I know close to where I'm living at now, there's about, I want to say, 5 miles of road to where the trees is arching about like that. And I mean, around fall or spring like that, oh, it's beautiful. But
Yeah,
I cannot find that place no more.
you probably cut all the trees down.
Well, they ought to be slapped.
Yeah. Um, Another good place is the upper end um, of of California. Unfortunately, yes, California, but it's really beautiful up there on the coast. Travel on 101.
101.
Yeah, that's or Route 1 as they call it, but it's usually 101.
Okay,
And
okay. Well, now, what's the major highway going through California? Is that 10?
I'm not sure. Like I said, if I was to travel through California, it'd be on 101 because it's the most scenic. It goes right along the coast. And like I said, that upper end, it's and you have the big trees,
Well, now
the redwoods.
that's where they go to do a lot of skiing. Also, is upper part of California, correct?
Well, more or less the east side of California. Not so much where on the coast.
Huh. I've my cousin, he used to drive uh, trucks long distance. He said the most beautiful place he has ever seen has been Palm Springs.
Mm,
And he said if he ever retired, that's where he'd want to retire at.
um, for Florida, one of
No,
the best
Palm Springs. Oh,
for Florida, I would say, um, well, not now. When I I was maybe 11, I think. Dustin, Florida,
all right.
maybe 11, 10, 11 ish. There's now I don't know what it looks like now because like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there, but um, it was nice white sands and everything. It was, and they had like a little cove where the, the inlet and stuff went in.
Yeah.
Hey, psst, behave yourself. Yeah, it's a really nice place, and I actually some of the big resorts there.
Right.
My dad worked there painting doors.
Now, Lily says Destin, Florida is nice.
Yeah, it is. Well, it was. I don't know if it still is, but probably now there's probably resorts up and down that the Gulf now.
Yeah.
It's like it's not too far from Pensacola. Nothing like Pensacola though.
Okay. Retro, Oregon. Growing okra is one of the hard plants to grow, but once you get it to coming up, you're gonna have okra coming out your ears.
Oh
I
yeah.
promise you that. So be careful of how many plants that you do plant. They're here off of North Carolina, and I cannot think of it, the name, but it's where me and the wife go. And it's set more for the, I don't want to say old people, but the elders. There's not a bunch of youngins dragging the roads or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's beautiful up in there.
Yep.
And when we normally go, we go pier fishing at nighttime. I mean, it's nice. It really is.
Yeah. How's the water though? How's the water look nowadays?
Last time I was down there, it was not bad. It smelled like shit, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. That's
Without,
the one thing I miss when I was younger is seeing a creek or a smaller river and looking down and seeing fish.
yeah,
Nowadays, it's like it's all green and mucky. You hardly see anything, and that's a shame too because now majority of the time, if you go fishing in a river, would you eat the fish that's in there?
no. The Hall River was one of the worst rivers that run through North Carolina at the time. Back in the day, that's where the mills would turn their dyes loose and so forth like that. Now, in the last 20 years, man, they got what, 7, 8, 9 pound bass in there that look good. They got brim, they got crappie, they got everything. They look good, but from the way I remember it back before 20 years, you was pulling pink bass, one-eyed fish out of there, and a couple of times it looked like I caught one fish. It was 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That sets in your mind. You don't want to eat nothing coming out of a place like that.
Yeah, that's just like the food you get in the perch and stuff you get in the ocean now.
Yeah,
There's so much lead in it and mercury and stuff.
mercury. That's it.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Oh, Lily, I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. They have cleaned up Hall River big time. I mean, I'll go swimming in it. I can see the bottom of it, but I still ain't eating no fish out of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm really looking like Oklahoma is really nice because I see a lot of people in their videos fishing in Oklahoma and you can actually see in the water
Yeah.
and see the fish there and they look so clean and stuff. Up here in Ohio, it's like I don't know if I'd trust eating anything out of the waters up here. And it's a shame.
Well, I'm more or less a catch and release person. I always have, unless I know I'm gonna break a record with that fish, then I'm keeping. But I have 8 bass. I have 8 crappie, perch, flounder. The only thing I've not eaten is rainbow trout or like that.
Oh, and rainbow trout's really good.
But up in the mountains, the name of the river is called New River. And that river runs backwards, believe it or not. I don't care where you go and
So
look down,
it goes uphill?
it goes uphill. There is only two rivers in the world that runs backwards. The Nile River, and I forget what country that's in, and the New River.
That's weird.
But I mean, in the New River, I don't care where you go, you can see the bottom in it. It's crystal clear. But in the summertime, unless you're used to it, it's like 100 degrees outside. Don't jump in that river. You will freeze your assets off. It is cold.
Hey, 101.
101 up in here.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. I have been graced.
Yeah. Rainbow trout and salmon are probably my two favorite fish.
Yeah.
I mean, crappie's nice, but you need a mess of them. I mean, I've caught some good sized crappie before, but still, it's.
I've caught what 2.5, 3 pound crappie out of private ponds, black crappie. Now you talking about some good tasting fish.
Oh yeah.
In black crappie, yeah. Oh, 101's eating dinner.
Oh, cinnamon raisin bagels.
Cinnamon raisin bagel fish is what it is.
I'm still waiting for my soup. I made let's see, potato, cauliflower, the cauliflower I got from my Misfit Market, and bacon soup.
I got into eating cauliflower raw one time, and I forgot exactly what happened. But cauliflower's good. And my wife got me hooked on broccoli with cheese.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it is. But I'm trying to get her to eat some grits, and she said, "Hell no."
Yeah, when I was lived in Oregon, I fished a lot of salmon up there.
Prepping 101, if I knew how to do it right now, I would. But I'm gonna have to go back and give you one.
It'd probably end the stream.
Now, what he'd do is he'd ask me a bunch of questions, and I'd answer them my way, and that's it. Somebody drop 101's channel, please. One of the mods.
Oh. Let's see, what other places? New York, the upper end of
I'm
New York.
not going to New York. I've done been there
really
one
nice.
time. My ass is not going back up there.
Yeah, I've actually been to New York City twice, and both times weren't good reasons. I remember I was stopped I was catching a bus, a Greyhound, to get out of there, and didn't get on there, so I had to wait 2 days. And they make it so you can't stay at the bus stop, and I didn't have enough money to go get a motel because them places were real expensive in the 80s. So I was sitting there for 2 days wandering New York City.
Well, now I had a job delivered, and I went all up and down the east side of the Mississippi. Okay, and a lot of times I don't want to say this, but I would deliver body parts to places. But this one place up in New York, I delivered a bunch of computer parts. And it was right there, I want to say 10th Street or something like that. It was right there on the river.
Yeah.
This is the first time I ever been to New York. I'm used to looking up on the light poles and seeing the name of the streets. There wasn't no light poles and there wasn't no street names. And I'm going up and down the road about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I finally find the road and it's blocked off due to construction.
Oh, there's always construction.
Yep. And I finally got in there, and I'm gonna tell you what, I don't see how any Sam hell tractor trailers get up and down them roads the way people park.
Oh,
But they do. And I got in and I got out. Oh hell, I was on my way back home by 8 a.m.
Mhm.
And we got unloaded and everything, and bam, I was back in North Carolina by 4 o'clock that afternoon. So, yeah, the speed limit, the only place I'd done the speed limit was coming through Virginia. Everything, everywhere else, forget it, 15, 25 miles over the speed limit. Them damn little vans would roll.
Yeah, I remember I ended up walking, and I was told by somebody that I shouldn't be in that end of town. And I said, "Why?" And they said, "You don't need to be here." I'd never had any trouble though. I walked through all the boroughs and everything because I was like, I might as well see the place while I'm sitting here. And I walked all over that place. I mean, it's an island, so you ain't. It's kind of hard to get lost.
Okay. Where the hell was
And
I?
I think I was up on 100 and something street was where the bus stop was, or the bus station.
Well, now there was a tunnel I had to go through to get to where I was going.
Oh,
And after I got back, they told me that was the worst tunnel to cross over into New York at.
yeah.
And I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, you need a gas mask to go through there if it's traffic.
Yeah. Oh, when I went through there, it was about 5 a.m. and it was on holiday. So I lucked up there.
Yeah, and they also say Hudson River, if you fall into the Hudson River, you actually need to go to the hospital to get
Detox.
pretty much.
Darn.
It's bad. There's bad chemicals in there, they say. And you see people fishing in there. I don't understand that.
Well, I forget what channel I was on today, but I flat out told them when a person goes fishing, the main thing they're fishing is to get their mind set, is to relax.
Yeah.
If you catch a fish, that's nice, but you're just going to relax.
But from what I see of New York City, it looks a lot nicer than it was when I was there in the late 80s.
Yeah.
it was more dirtier back then. I'll put it that way.
Well, now, when I went to New York City, I had to go through a part of Pennsylvania, and I don't remember, but the part I saw was, on the TV shows when they show Pennsylvania, how dirty and bad it is, that's clean compared to what I saw when I went through there. And I mean, it looked like you can open up your living room window and slap the house beside of you. That's how close they were.
Oh yeah.
I can't see how people can live that close.
And a lot of not saying anything about Pennsylvania, but that's where a lot of Biden voters came from. Because you remember that in Georgia, all of a sudden it flipped completely around. It was 45, and then all of a sudden flipped around all of a sudden.
Well, that's what they get for this here bullshit machines. They already had those machines set to who they knew who was going to win.
Yeah,
now
truckloads of ballots coming in from people in the graveyards.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I just hope when I die, I don't never vote Democrat again after I'm dead.
I'm either or. If a person's good, I don't care what side they're from. But
neutral, independent.
Well, yeah, if it was a good person. Yeah. I mean, 45, he was Democrat at one time, and then he flipped over, and it's the person. I don't
45 is the only one who did what he said he was going to do, in my opinion. He got a lot of stuff done. He set records. He was the only one to go and talk to Kim Jong-un when nobody else would. And I mean, he done stuff a normal president would not do.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be straight up. When I voted for him, I couldn't stand him.
Oh yeah, I don't like him as a person per se. Not some of the stuff he does. I'll put it that way. But as a president of doing what he said he's going to do, all for him.
See, I voted for him to keep the other person out that was running. Now to find out, that other person has got their name in the hat to run again.
Why?
Stupidness, I reckon. I mean, it's like, take a hint. We didn't want you the first time. What makes you think we want you the second time?
Yeah.
That was the only reason I voted for Trump. But it took, 6 months to a year for me to really like him. And like I said, he said he was going to do something. He did it. Yeah. He is the only president that we have had that has opened up people's eyes to what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been said, not with me and a couple of other people that I know, it's been said if he ever gets back in, he's coming back in with vengeance. Think about it.
I don't know if he would, or they would let him. I would put it that way. I don't know.
Well, now,
I mean, do you really think the potato won?
No, hell no.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
way.
And just think in 2024, if both of them run again, and the potato wins again.
I can't.
Oh man.
I cannot see that happening. They
Well,
are already talking about figuring out how to get him out. Okay. The only way we're going to win, period, is if we take over the House and the Senate. That's it. If we don't take them over, there'll never be another Republican as president.
I mean, did you ever think that Potato would won this time? It's
After seeing 12 people at his rally, no, hell no. I mean, come on.
oh,
He was having thousands of people at his rally to where Potato, what, at last count, the most he had was what, 20 people?
I mean, to think, everybody said that 45 was the lowest rating president we've had.
Bullshit.
But now, who's the lowest rating president there is?
Well, all I got to say, and I don't know if I was supposed to say this or not, but he has surpassed Obama in being one of the dumbest or the funniest presidents around.
Oh yeah.
You know, he don't even know his name half the time. He's got to read off of a cue card to find out what his name is.
And he has to have his wife show him the directions out of the room. Help him down the stairs.
Susie D,
Oh.
it would take about 4, maybe more presidents to clean up the mess that he has made
Oh yeah.
now.
I wouldn't mind the dude in Florida. That would be a step up from Potato. But I mean, other than 45, who would you see be able to clean up that mess?
How much time do I have to think about this? We're talking about people living or people dead?
Well, they have to be alive to clean the mess up. Oh.
And they have to be.
Somebody was telling me the other day that they wanted the Texas guy, the actor.
You talking about the governor in Texas?
Oh, dang it! What's his name? Matthew McConaughey or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I know his movies and stuff, and I'm sick of seeing his Lincoln commercials. But other than that, I don't know how he would be.
Well, he was on a box of Wheaties years ago. And I think you know who I'm
somebody from
talking
Texas.
about. This one lives in California. She was running. She or he was running for governor at the time and got knocked out of it. And I cannot think of the name. But I hated that person because of what he done. But my best friend talked me into Bruce Jenner. Bruce
God.
Jenner.
Somebody just put a name. That's not his name anymore. Or what do you call? I don't know what you would call that
But
person.
but I listened to her morals and her values of the way this country should be run, and I agree with it on that 100%. I think he or she would come closer to getting it cleaned up. Caitlyn, yes, thank you, Caitlyn Jenner. But I mean, then you got the one in Texas, the governor in Texas,
Cruz.
one in Florida, and that lady up in South Dakota. She's good.
I don't know. That'd be a. I mean, look at the mess. I mean, oh man. I mean, just think of how you would go in there and try to fix things. Oh man, it'd be a heck of a mess.
There's no way you can clean this mess up in 4 years or 8 years.
No, and
There's no way.
and he's just on his first year,
What?
going on the second.
His first 8 months was the worst than any other president we have ever had. And that's fact. That's not just talk. That's not hearsay. That's paper fact. And yeah, I'll probably get a strike. I don't give a shit.
Well, we ain't talking too much about.
Well, they don't want you to voice your opinion no more. They
I
don't
know.
want, and that's what I'm doing. Well,
found out the hard
I'm
way.
holding back. I'm really holding back.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, I was okay with just getting a strike. A strike would have been fine. What they did was like they upped it a big deal.
Well, they can't demonetize my ass because I ain't been monetized yet.
But for me, that the first thing is all those people that got spread about America need to get moving to elsewhere.
Well, now I don't have a lot of people on here right now. I got 28. Damn, just lost one. Had 29, now damn 28. So they can't get me for the people that watch us, you know. And I'm sure that damn robot that goes through looking for stuff, he's probably smoking right now.
The second thing I think would be getting companies to make stuff that we need instead of going elsewhere to get the crap. Because
look,
China is making buku bucks off of us. They're they are the richest country in the world.
Let me say something.
There's people who say they're not. They are the richest company in the world.
Let me say something right quick.
Country.
The United States made China the way it is right now.
Oh, yeah.
There was a time when China was a third world country, and then we started dealing with them. If we was to stop our shipment to China, they would go back to where they was. I do believe. The United
States, the other way around. If we would stop them from unloading their stuff here.
Well, that's true too. But it's like this. I've said it before. We've got enough people here in the United States that is smart enough. They can make what we need to keep from importing and deporting.
Mm-hmm.
The United States can get back to where it used to be in the 40s and 50s. That was number one. We are not number one no more. Matter of
no.
fact, we are so damn far away from being number one. I'm surprised we're even shown on the charts. We need to step up, grab some damn testosterone or balls or whatever you want to call it, and get back to where we used to be. You know, if that means kicking our government out, because I think that's another holdback to where we are now. We need to get back to being number one, dependent on the United States the way it used to be. Grow your own food, you know. I love my backwards Jeff Bear.
Yeah, another thing I would do is try. I don't know if it's a possible thing, but it should be a thing. The Senate, the House, the whole 9 yards. Every year they go through an audit, and if they have ties to a company, they have stock in it or something, they can't vote on the bill that or anything involved in that, because there's a lot of that going on.
From what I've heard, there is more American companies being bought out by other countries. That ain't right.
Oh yeah, all of our meat places are China.
Yeah.
Tyson.
I mean, that's why my opinion. That's why they are restricting people, the Americans. They can't grow but or raise so many cattle, so many hogs, chickens, and so forth, because China or another country is bringing their stuff over to us. And there's no telling what they're using in their feeds over there.
Mm-hmm. And that goes with that company that I did that review on the antibiotics. 80% of our medication comes from China. 80%. What happens? Poof, that's cut off.
Yeah.
You realize the hurt that this country would be in because we don't have stuff for blood pressure, for whatever the case would be.
Well, see, people like me, that's my life right there.
Yeah.
Without that, for so many days, I'm done. Plain simple. You know, I'm dependent on pills to where over, matter of fact, it's 10 years this year that I've been put on stuff like that. Before that, the only thing I would take would be a BC powder and a Mountain Dew. Hell, I was wide open then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't take pills. Now I got to take 14 a day. And my shots, I don't give a damn about it. I take 32 units in the morning. I take 32 units at night. Diabetic shot. I got to have it. That's 64 units a day.
Yeah, just think of that. Majority of the stuff that we get, me including, because I'm on the blood pressure pills. It's all generic stuff that comes from China.
Yeah.
And w- how do we know what exactly is in this stuff?
Well, now what gets me is since dumbass changed the law, my insurance, I was put to get my pills, and I get them every 3 months. I was paying
Not anymore. Every month now.
really.
Yep.
Well, see, I was paying 30 some dollars to get mine. The last time I got mine was $98.
Yeah, that's
And it's going to come to a point, and I can see it in the future to where it's either going to be gas to heat with, it's going to be rent so I can have a roof over my head, or it's going to come down to my pills. One of them
Yeah.
three is going to have to be gone.
Which one of those do they want you to get rid of?
Exactly. And there's people out there now that's doing that. And that's not right. The government, oh boy, here we go. The government does not give one damn plug red nickel about its people.
Mhm.
I mean, come on. A crack pipe in every pocket compared to people going hungry, or
I wonder where them crack pipes are being made at.
China. But
I mean, they can do stuff like that, but we have look at the weight that some of the VA guys have to go through to get help.
yeah, there's another thing. The government really don't give a damn about the VA either. You know,
Oh, no.
I mean, think about it. They put them through tests first before they put us through a test. Come on, look at some of the chemicals that our vets went through. Look at the effects they are having now. Look how many has done through their career away over this mandate that has walked off. Biden, dumbass, excuse me, has done passed another law for who in our military, if you do not take the jab, that's it. You're out. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Our defense system is being whittled down to damn near nothing compared to what it used to be, 10 years ago?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, what better time to strike? If I was another country,
Yeah, but you make so much money off of us. It's
Harvest Mary Moon, I really feel for you. She says they don't have no insurance. Her
Mhm.
and her sons are type 1 and they have to pay out of their pocket. And I know some of that medicine is high dollar,
Oh yeah.
you know. So, and if you're
Insulin,
drawing,
it's ridiculous.
if you
And
if you're
it's
drawing
pennies to
social,
make it.
yeah, yeah. But if you're drawing Social Security, some of that medicine right there, that's a whole damn month's pay right there. And a
Mhm.
lot of people probably think, oh, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Look,
Yeah.
when you don't get but $800 a month, shit changes fast.
Oh yeah.
The stuff you used to get, you don't even see no more. You know, the government treats its people like shit, and it's time to change. And I think that's one of the things the truckers are trying to change right there. More power to them. I'm all for you, 100%. Harvest Mary, I know it's a struggle. I wish I could help. I really do. But my paycheck itself is about just a little over 800.
Yeah.
But I mean, and they're making it bad because I can't say nothing. Some people work under the table to get money under the table to make ends meet each month. It
Yeah.
ain't that they want to, they have to. But
And then you
I
have
don't know.
the people up in the big houses in Washington say there's no shortages, or there's no recession, there's no inflation, we're
If
doing
you
good.
if you was to take away their pay and pay them, let's say $15 an hour,
Oh, they're not in it
this
for that pay.
country, this country would be out of debt and what within 30 days,
Well,
3 months.
that's not the thing. They could care less about their paycheck because they don't make their money from doing their job. They make their money from the backward deals that they do in the background.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking
Like
about.
I'll pass this bill. You give me this.
Right, right. I mean, come on. Let's say I'm going to use this. I do not know. Let's say somebody up there in Congress is making $400,000 a year. Okay, how in the Sam friggin' hell can they afford two mansions, to, 3 or 4 Rolls Royces on what they make
Mhm.
each month? There's no way on God's earth they can do that.
Yeah, they have
It don't take a damn
vacation
rocket
places
science.
here. They have we got a vacation place up in the mountains. We got a vacation place over in the beach, and
Or they pay $80 for a half a gallon of ice cream to put it in a $4,000 refrigerator freezer. I mean, come on, it don't take a damn rocket scientist to figure this shit out.
mhm.
They are in somebody's back pockets, but yet if we do it, we get arrested.
Oh
Folks,
yeah.
we are people like us watching this are the people. We are responsible for what's going on. We put them up there. We should have done took them out, voted them out. It's our fault, and I'll be the first one to admit that. Just as much my fault as it is anybody else's. But 45 has really opened up people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they've done, and they know it. They're scared now.
I mean, if you could get an actual good poll, one of the polls I would like to do on my channel, but I'm not going to do that because I would. Do you really think that the potato won?
How do you do
Might
polls?
get one vote for potato, and the rest would be he didn't win.
Well, the smart people or the working class people know what happened.
Or better yet would be if you did vote for the potato, if you could go back in time and change your vote, would you?
There is Democrats now who wish they hadn't voted.
Oh yeah.
And I saw today disapproval rate 63%. Damn. 63%. That's the most any president has ever had.
And That's why I don't care about the Democrat Republican thing, because some people make mistakes, and there are some of those that have made the mistake of voting for him, and they realize that now. They're like, "Oh shit, we messed up," and those are the smart ones.
Yes.
There's other ones that say, "Oh, he's doing a great job." How could you actually? How
say that?
How is that possible that you could think that he's doing a good job?
Emerald Isle.
Do you not go to the store? Do you?
Everybody makes mistakes. I
Yeah.
don't give a damn who you are. That's how you learn, is by making mistakes. Okay. But when you keep making them over and over
Oh yeah.
and over,
And that's why I don't like the Republican Democrat thing, because I'm a Democrat. I'm only going to vote Democrat. Or I'm a Republican. I'm only going to vote Republican. I want to vote for whoever's best in the office. If I'm it's too two-sided for me. They have to stay in their lane. If you're one thing, you have to stay in your lane, and that's ridiculous. If you see a cliff coming, oh, I'm staying here. No, you're going to go over to the other side so you can keep on driving. You're not going to drive off the cliff. Exactly. And that's the thing. They're too stuck over there saying, "Oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay on this side because this is the right side." But it irritates me.
Susan D corrected me on something. When I said 63% disapprove, she said it's down to 49% now. I mean, come on, what's it going to take for people to really get smart?
Yeah.
And the other person that's got her name in the hat, I'm scared to death. They're going to jump out of the frying pan in the fire with that one.
Yeah. And when they vote in the House and Senate and all that crap, it's one versus the other one, and it shouldn't be that. It should be on the subject they're voting on, not, well, this is my side, I'm going to stay on this side and vote.
Well,
who cares if it's a dumb thing?
Well, now I have heard, I don't know exactly how true it is, that when a bill gets passed, they add a bunch of other bills in on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they went through and then they started marking out, highlighting the bill that's supposed to be passed on that. And if it got passed, that's what it is, you know. But it seems like to me that was blown out of proportion, because after one bill gets passed, if you'll open your eyes up and look, there are so many other small bills that got passed also.
Oh yeah, because the people who do the actual voting, they don't read that crap. They have somebody that's in college that has to earn credits, and they read it for them and say, "Oh, it's good." Okay.
Well, come on, what? 3,000 pages in 24 hours that has to be read. There's no way one person, or let's say 20 people, can read that much in 24 hours or 12 hours before it passes. They're skimming. And when the bill says, you know, refer to this, go back to that, and then refer to this, that means they got to look it up in the book in order to see what's going on. They're not doing that. That's where lawyers come in because they know that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it about another 5 minutes.
Yeah. We actually went over the hour mark, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. What, about an hour and a half? That's longer than I thought we would be. But I think what I'm gonna do is on one of the streams is have like a Q&A. Let people come up and chat and ask me questions. And
Yeah, I did one of those one time, and it was kind of weird.
was it a disaster?
Some of the questions were really, really odd.
Well, now I'm not going to get into my personal business.
Oh, that's
like
what
But I think every creator ought to have two things: their private life and their life online.
Mhm.
And I try to be straight up and forward. And if I find out that what I said was wrong at a time or two, I will apologize.
Oh, yeah.
And if I get an idea from another creator, or if I see something that a creator has come up with, I'm going to give that creator the credit for it. Like that.
Looks like I'm gonna have to do the survey.
Well, B. Charlie says a lot can happen in 4 years. They don't act. Well, you look at dumbass right now. It's took him 8 months to
tie a shoe.
Get to where we at right now. I really don't think he has balls to scratch. I'm sorry. I think that's his problem.
His wife's got those in a jar.
She probably got them in her back pocket. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it right now because my mouth's getting dry and I'm running out of shit to say to keep me on the air. So, all right, folks, y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all up on 101. I think Friday night.
Yeah, we'll get back to my channel hopefully next month.
Next month. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I have to. The 26th is when I reapply.
Okay. Well, now what you doing now, I think is good. I really do for the up and coming people.
Yeah.
Now you had who was it, Four Sisters or something like that?
Vineyard Chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize they were that young.
Yeah.
And they
are really smart girls too, let me tell you.
They seem like they were really smart.
I mean, and it's because they have good parents. It's telling them the right way of doing things.
Well, not only that, it's homeschooled too.
Yeah.
I mean, them what, straight A girls?
Oh yeah. Compared
to school system today.
Oh, you should see the stuff that they actually do. I mean the courses they take. It's really? Like way above what high school kids are doing now.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Because they look like to be what, 6th, 7th, maybe 8th graders. They're doing
third,
work. They're doing high school
third
work.
Grade. And she'll be doing algebra next year, she said.
Shit. When I went to school, we was introduced to algebra in the third grade, but I think we really started doing it in the sixth grade, like that.
I think it's eighth grade now.
Is it?
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is, I sucked in it then, and I still suck at it now.
Yeah.
I'm just
How
good
much have
with.
you used it?
I don't. Well, no, I can't say that because I do some woodworking, and I've got to come up with some different ass angles on how to do this and everything. And I kind of
Yeah,
cheat
but
a little bit.
do you multiply A with B to come up with that?
Hell no. If I have to do that, I'll find another one to work on. But school is not school. Parents cannot help their youngins with their homeworks no more. And
Oh no.
it makes the parents look like they stupid.
And the thing is, why do you have to reinvent how to add or how to multiply stuff?
Let's not
numbers.
even go there.
It doesn't change. Why do you have to come up with a different form to do it?
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble for cheating all the time because I did it in my head instead of writing it all out. I just did it in my head and then put the answer down.
I did too.
Oh, you're cheating. I'm like, no, give me something and I'll tell you what it is without me writing a page of numbers down.
Exactly. Do you remember when they came out with calculator watches back in the 70s?
Yeah.
Texas Instruments come out with them. You got caught walking into school with one on your arm. It got taken off before you even sat down at your desk. Now they encourage you to bring a calculator.
Well, it's smart watches now. You talk to it and it tells you the answer.
But I mean, hell, that ain't learning at all. Learning is it stays in your head. That's learning.
Yeah, they actually you actually in high school, that's one of the things that you have to have for supplies is a calculator. So they want you to take a calculator so you can actually do the math.
Yeah. Now, I remember a teacher asking me, how high could I count? And I said, well, if I got my hands in my pocket, I can count to 21. But hands out of my pocket, I can count to 20. Well, she sent me to the principal's office. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Bushcraft, do you have any last words you want to say?
No.
All right. This is it. Y'all have a good one. Bear Truth out.
Oh, he hit the wrong button. Jeff, come back in here. Welcome to the Bushcraft Show. If you're listening, Jeff, you have to enter the studio unless you close the whole thing out. Oh, he's calling me. Hello?
Hell, I told you it's been a long time. I hit the wrong button. I was going to put us in the back room.
Yeah, we're still live, by the way.
Oh, hell, I'm off.
Yeah, but you got to get back in here to turn the stream off.
Ain't that a bunch of shit? Let me get back in. Yeah, damn. How in the hell do I get back in there?
Click on the link that you sent me.
Yeah, damn. How in the hell do I get back in there? Click on the link that you sent me. Boy, I just got back online. I'm gonna have to watch my mouth until I get completely off.
Well, you got to laugh out of everybody at the end.
You know they sitting there, they loving the hell out of this.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Ah, darn it. Look there. Now I done clicked on Jeff Riddle. It won't. Hang tight. StreamYard.com.
Yeah, you can enter the studio that way. It should say.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It should say enter the studio once you get in there.
Uh-huh. That ain't it. Get started. Everything has changed on mine. It really has. All right, folks, I'll be up and out of here in a minute. I hope.
I was like, wait a minute, what happened? And I looked up there and we're still live.
Shh, don't tell everybody.
I think they caught on.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of. Bushcraft, it ain't letting me do it. Hell, I can't even mute my damn self.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have any controls to end it. You actually have to come in and end it.
I'm working on it. Here we go. Damn. Enter studio. Ain't this a bitch? Oh, excuse me. Ain't this something?
Oh.
You know what? Can't even hang my damn phone up.
Hopefully he gets back in here. I think he was headed back in. That's why the feedback was going on. Oh, there we go. Oh, he was in for a second.
There.
Oh, there you are.
This time I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Bye.
remember the top corner.
Yeah.